All right, let's go. It's 101. We got what we got. Let's roll, let's roll, let's roll. So what I want to talk to everybody about today for just a few minutes is leadership, because it is going to be needed over the next 12 months more than you can possibly imagine. We are in the midst of making the most massive changes I have ever seen in my 19 years with the Alliance, in my 19 years of following Andy Albright. I have never seen the changes that we're currently making and implementing. And when I say never, hear me crystal clear. N-E-V-E-R, never. Never seen Andy take this big a risk. Never seen Andy place this big a bet on his people. I'm just going, I've got to honor it. Does that make sense? Like, I've got to honor it. I'm not going to be one of these people that says, oh, that's nice Andy's doing that. That's cool. Oh, wow, excited. I love the Alliance so much. Yay. That ain't me. I'm the one that says, I love you, and I'm going to show you. And you're going to see it in numbers. You're going to see it in performance. That's what I want to do this year. I want to show Andy that he is betting on the right horses. Does that make sense? I want to show him, hey, but you bet on the right horses. Now, does that mean all the horses he's betting on this year are going to be the right horses? Nope. Nope. That's why myself and Soto have decided to quadruple, where we're not playing around. We are not playing around with 20% year-over-year growth. This is a 12-month period where we have all the chips in the center of the table, and we have got to make massive, massive growth happen. But before I get into my content on this, I want to get Soto on. I think I made you co-host, Soto. You should be able to share your screen, or you should be able to jump on, turn your video on, turn your mic on.
Can you hear me?
Yep, there he is.
That's right. How you doing, buddy? Hey, man, I just want to say thank you for having me on the call. Dude, I'm just so fired up, so grateful for the opportunity that you top leaders have done. Like, Andy just took a bet on us like crazy, and I don't know how all you top leaders, all you top guys, that I don't know how you agreed to it. Like, it was crazy. I was like, wait, what? This is insane. So I'm just so grateful, fired up, Stephen. Thank you for having me on the call. For those of you on the call that don't know me, I see a lot of new people. My name is Ed Soto. I was hired by Stephen Davies. So it's been 5 years. March, I remember like it was yesterday, man, our conversation, Stephen. March 4th, 2015. It changed my life. So I just want to say thank you and Holly for taking a risk on me, for being patient. Because for those of you that don't know my story, I just wanted to belong. I wanted to be a part of something. And I'm seeing Andy Albright wants more leaders winning, more leaders making a lot more money. And he's giving an opportunity a lifetime. So I'm just so grateful, Stephen, that you guys agreed to this 140% contract and this bonus stuff. So yesterday, Andy had a call for all the agency managers, and me and Steven are just sitting there like, oh, man, I wish we had more agency managers. I'm sitting there myself thinking like, man, I feel like I let my team down, not breaking another agency manager, because the opportunity of a lifetime for this bonus that Andy's doing. Like, I see some of those people on this agents that broke out an agent manager with the Alliance, and I'm thinking about like how Brandon or Evan or, man, Jeremico and Hutch and I just want to keep naming people because I don't want to, like, all you guys could have been there. Like, if we would have had one or more agency managers, like, and I see some of these people by growing and doubling. Dude, Steve, I know you saw that just like I did. An $80,000 bonus, $100,000 bonus. And I was like, man, that would change some of my agents' lives, just because they went agency manager. Like I just feel I'm thankful, Stephen. I'm grateful. But, like, I'm sitting here like, all right, you guys can't get in this year. Okay, bonus. But, like, you guys do not want to miss out hitting agency manager this year for you can be on the bonus next year. Because trust me, if this year is going to be insane and bonuses, I'm pretty sure Andy's going to do it for another. We're like 99% sure that Andy's going to do it next year. But after that, I don't know. So we're gonna 4X. I just told Steven we're going 4X. I know with a shadow of a doubt, Steven, we can 4X. We can go crazy. We can be that next team of the alliance, following you to be up there with Andy Albright, dude. What I see is just crazy growth. People getting a contract, more people committed, more people writing 30 to 40,000. I'm just so grateful for the opportunity that you and Andy and Holly has given me, man. I just wish some of my buddies was there with me. You know, like I don't know about you, when we saw some of those crazy things that Andy's trying to do, and that's not the only thing. Like we're just telling you this bonus, but like some of the other stuff that me and Davies can't talk about, like it would change your life. I'm excited. I am grateful, Stephen. I can't wait to hear what you have to say, Bo, because it started. Hey, it's June 2nd already. Okay. So I truly believe everybody can write 25 to 50,000 a month if they really decide it. It's all scheduled. That's including myself. That's including everybody. Everybody got the potential to doing that. In here, we need y'all. I'm just so grateful, Steven. Light them up because I know you got some good content that I can't wait to hear. And couldn't do this without you, brother. And I know Andy Albright is just fired up. And guys and ladies and gentlemen, I just say this: the team that Andy Albright is talking about right now is Stephen Davies' team. Okay. So I think me and you were in the top 10. Okay. You were number 1 on there, and I think I was 7. Okay. I didn't like where I was at, so I got a little mad. But yeah, guys, let's go out there. What these leaders are doing, what Paul and Steven and Andy, Diane and Leventovich are doing is sacrificing that commission up front, helping us get to a higher level, but we have to go out there and perform to that level. Okay. And I'm just so thankful that y'all agreed to it, Stephen, because it's going to change my life even crazier than what it is right now. And I just can't wait to see like Jeremico and Hutch up there and Castile. Like, I can't wait to see all those leaders up there, man. But I want to say thank you, bro. I appreciate you. I can't wait for this call. I got my iPad right here. I'm going to take some notes, man. So thank you, bro.
You bet, brother. Love you, man. All righty. Absolutely, bro. And yeah, Soda, you're right, man. You were 7 base shop. We were the number 1 base shop in the entire country in the Alliance over the last 12 months. And so that means a heavy responsibility sets on us to grow the Alliance, because the whole Alliance has to grow for that bonus to work. So the heavy responsibility on us. I texted one of the other agency managers that his base shop was nice and petite, so it should be easy for him to grow his little petite base shop. Yeah. All right, so let's get going. All right.
Hey, Bo, but he probably still get $100,000 bonus check.
Right. It won't be the same size as others, but God, I wish I had more agency managers. And the crazy thing is, I look at some of the groups on here and I go, God, you got the volume. You just didn't recruit enough people. You just flat out you got 3 contracts all year so far. God, hurry up, pick up the pace. Oh, before I start, let me be crystal clear. This call is not for softies or crybabies or people easily offended. So if you are any of those, I'll close my eyes and not look at the participant list, so that way you can just tap out, and that's cool. Because it's not for softies, crybabies, easily offended. It's not for justifiers, blamers, excusers, explainers. This is for leaders, real deal leaders. That's what I want to talk to you today. We got a room for the crybabies. We got a room for the easily offended. This just ain't it. Come back tomorrow, TWC, everybody, but this is for leaders only. All right, eyes open. Let's go. So here's the reason for the call. We did producer levels a few years back, and it was a mess because we didn't have the leadership culture in place that we needed. We didn't clearly communicate what it means to be a leader. And that's why I want to amend that and make sure we make these producer levels work, these super producer levels work. And you say, what didn't work last time? Here's what didn't work last time. Lack of leadership, lack of focus. So here's what folks would do. They'd start like saving up their leads, and then they'd make a 2-month run, cram in a bunch of production, jump up levels, and then fall back to their same level of production they were doing. So they'd go jump up, grab a big contract, and then fall back to writing 15 to 20,000. And it's like, that's not leadership. That's crap. That's not excellence. It's not anywhere in the neighborhood of excellence. That's just gimme, mine, me. And are you saying that about specific people? I'm not saying that about people. I'm saying that about their actions. Just go grab a high contract so I can go back and write what I was writing before and not help the team actually grow. I don't know how to label it anything other than lack of leadership. I don't know how to label it anything other than me. Excellence is for other people. Does that make sense? And that's why I just want to crystal clear communicate what we mean by leadership. Because here's the deal. This thing we're doing, this massive change is a massive, massive gamble. We need to make the gamble work. I need you and I need me to make the gamble work. Before we get into that, I didn't want to cover this though. I will get further into that. Let me be crystal clear. I have complete confidence in you. I have complete confidence in you that you've got leadership inside of you, that you've got greatness inside of you. I have complete confidence in you that you live our values, that you live our core values like excellence, like community, like gratitude. See, those were the pieces that were missing last time we tried this. We didn't do it with excellence. Now, some people did. Some people grew through the agency manager, but the vast majority didn't. They didn't do it with excellence. They didn't do it out of a sense of community. They didn't do it out of gratitude. They did it out of me. I want to grab a higher level and then go back and do what I was doing before and not help the team at all. I mean, we'll help the team for 60 days. But with what we're talking about, we need real growth. So I have complete confidence in you. And this call is to set the standard. So don't be a reservoir, be a river. Take this standard and communicate it to everybody that joins your team. We've got to help them understand this standard, because the people that come into our team from this outside world, this outside entitled world, this outside where everybody owes me everything and I shouldn't have to work hard and I should just be given because we're bringing them in from out there, guys. We have to help them change if we're going to help them become leaders. And it's not just about this producer level. It's not just about the new levels going up to 140. It's not just about that. It's about life. Gimme. I need me. People are not happy people. They die with a very small group of respirateurs and just no real impact. I want you to be a leader if you're on my team. And that's why this call, I have complete confidence in you. This call is about moving forward, making sure we communicate what these levels mean. That is not just a giveaway to go grab for 60 days and then go back and do nothing and not help the team. This is about real sustainable growth. It's a standard that we need to set and live by. I shared this definition of excellence on the Monday message, but you guys, please help me drive people to the Monday message. Our Monday message numbers have been down a little bit. Help me drive them back to where they were. And let's get people on earlier and earlier. It's crazy. We'll have 20 people join between 1:05 and 1:15. We're better than that. We're better than that. We're in the TWC numbers. I can't really measure, but I just know it's going to be a reflection of that. So let's help me lead people. So this call, to be crystal clear, is to help not only me and you remind ourselves of what excellence is, which is setting standards that scare us, is so we can communicate it moving forward. All right. So crystal clear, what we're doing is a giant gamble. If we don't get real growth from it, it doesn't work. I mean, just do the numbers. It takes a certain amount of income to run the alliance. I mean, think about all the stuff that I mean, the millions of dollars invested in creating the CRM and the ARC and how amazing it is. That's a ton of salaries, a ton of money spent there. Programmers, a ton of money, programmers, a ton of money. Legal, the way Andy defends and protects us, that's millions of dollars. Having quality people like Jim Henson to be able to negotiate and work with carriers. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot that it takes to run the alliance. So this gamble means we got to grow to make it work. This is a huge calculated gamble by Andy on us. And so especially with the SuperPAC levels or with the now levels going up to 140, if someone just goes and grabs a level and then comes back and 6-8 months later isn't an agency manager yet and drops back from writing 30, 40, 50 grand back to 15 to 20 to 25, it doesn't work. Does that make sense? It doesn't work unless we grow. It's a huge calculated bet. That's how much Andy believes in us, because this is a massive change. You understand? You can't get the toothpaste back in the toothpaste tube when you make a change this massive. You can't get the toothpaste back in the toothpaste tube. So we have got to prove Andy right. That's what my commitment. That's why my commitment is to quadruple. That's why Soto's commitment is to quadruple, because we've got to prove Andy right. And you say, why do you got to quadruple to prove Andy right? Because I can't count on anybody like I can count on me, and I can count on Soto. Does that make sense? I love the entire alliance. Be crystal clear. But I know, as for me and mine, if we're going to make this happen, it's going to be because we did it. It's going to be because we followed Andy's lead and we proved him right. And this is not just this thing. I want you to understand where my heart is on this stuff. A level is not just a commission level or a recognition thing. It's a level of performance that you agree to. For example, a few years ago, some of y'all know what happened to me. Some people that I trusted, and some people Andy trusted really screwed both of us. I fell back from qualified vice president all the way back to qualified key leader. Now, I still have my vice president contract, so I could just sit and go, I already got the contract. I'll just add a little here or there and no, that's not an option to me. That's not an option to me because I agreed to this level of performance. So I will perform at that level. Does that make sense? And that's why I build it back from all the way down to key leader, all the way back to qualified vice president, because it's a level of performance that I agree to. That's the way I look at it. That's the way leaders look at it. Leaders don't look at that as promotions like this as this opportunity for me to grab a high contract so I can sit back and write less business and make more money and not help the team. This is all about helping the team. That's why I want to give the softies the easily offended a minute to get off, because they don't want to hear that stuff. They want to go, well, if I get a high contract, I should be able to do whatever I want. Right? That's how they are. And I didn't see anybody jump off, so I'm proud of this team. I said I wasn't going to get the number, but I couldn't help myself. So that's why I want to do this call today. Just be crystal clear about the communication, because what we want to do is make this work. We've got to make this work, and I need you to help me to make this work. I need you to go hammer down and help me make this work. Let's see. And so in something like this, you have one of two choices: to be a plus or to be a minus. A plus moves up, brings volume, and then moves up and grows the volume. A minus grabs a contract and comes back and sits down. A plus brings the volume, and that's what this is about. Be crystal clear with doing the promoter, doing the producer SuperPAC levels. We're giving you a giant bucket of gas. What we need you to do is throw the gas on the fire, not go home and put the gas in the closet and then just go back to what you were doing before. We need you to throw the gas on the fire and grow and grow and grow. Because here's the thing: don't take the alliance for granted. Don't take the power we have for granted. Like the power we have with Foresters, we have a power with Foresters that no other group in America has. The ability to do something I'm not going to mention on this call, but we have a power nobody else in America has with them. We have a power with CFG that no one else has. We don't keep those powers if we don't grow. We've got to bring the volume. Does that make sense? And last year was not a growth year for us, quite frankly. And that's why we have got to. That's why we're making this giant gamble, betting on you and your heart, betting on us growing. And growth. Be crystal clear. Write this down. Remember this, because people confuse loyalty with sticking around. Loyalty is not sticking around. And you know this because you've run appointments on a final expense leave where they've been married 30 years, but God, they hate each other and they're just waiting on the other one to die first. We've all run those couples. Is that a loyal couple? Are they loyal to each other? No, they're just sticking around waiting for the other one to die first. And I hate to be that frank, but I told you this was not for softies or wimps. But you know, you run enough final expense leaves, you get in that house, you're like, God dang, these people hate each other. They are just waiting for one to die. That's not loyalty. Loyalty is growth. I look at the same lens that I'm holding you to on this. I hold myself to when it comes to my marriage. I'm not loyal just because I stick around with Holly. I'm loyal if I grow as a husband, if I grow in my ability to care for her needs and to love her at a higher level. That's loyalty. Just not leaving her is not loyalty. Does that make sense? So the same principles that I'm applying here, I do my dangest to apply in my life. But we are definitely, that's what we're talking about this year. Loyalty is growth. All right. And I bring this up because when I was, and me and Andy have had countless late night conversations. We've had countless vocal conversations. We've this has not been something that we just flipped the switch and said, hey, let's do this. This has been something that we have committed to because we believe in you guys and we believe in ourselves. We believe in our ability to grow and perform. But I was thinking about how important every single one of you are. It reminded me of a convention. I was at a convention upside stage after Friday night. You know, me and Holly and I had spoken. Andy had spoken. Paul and Tamara had spoken. And somebody comes up to me, and I'm not who it is doesn't matter. It's the qualities that I'm talking about. They said, "Hey, did the Alliance grow this year?" And it's one of those people that only wants to do what they want to do, right? They don't want to be vocal. They don't want to show up when it's tough. They don't want to show up early. They don't want to stay late. It's just non-leader, right? And every fiber of my being wanted to go, I don't know, Bo, did you grow? Because we is made of a lot of yous. Makes sense? So if you don't grow, that hurts we growing. We grow when you grow. Did you grow? Don't put it on us. Did you grow? But I didn't do that because you can't talk to a non-leader like that. Don't get me wrong. They'll tell you to talk to them like that, but they'll turn like a Cocker Spaniel and get all emotional and pee on themselves in a minute. But we grow when you grow. Does that make sense? That's what I wanted to. So you are so important. Tim Goat says you matter, and I'm just telling you, from June 1, which was yesterday, till May 31st next year, you matter more than you can possibly imagine. That's why we want to have this leadership, straight in your face leadership call about the levels that we've rolled out, because they're out there. We can't get the toothpaste back in the toothpaste tube, so we need growth. Let's see. All right, so let's get to this part. Expectation with new levels, and this is whether builder side or producer side. Either side, what's the expectation? There's three things that I want to talk about as far as expectation: performance, example, and team. So performance, here's the deal. You bust through to a new high level of personal production and you learn that you can do 70 or 60 or 50 or 40 or 30 or whatever it is. And I'm with Soto. I believe anybody on this team can do 40,000. With what we've got, anybody can. I'll tell you, in the beginning, when I came here, I was so upside down broke. Well, what I did was, in order to be able to get to the point of critical mass, was I went and got a $4,000 unsecured loan from Wells Fargo just so I could just go bulk in leads and create critical mass and create breakthrough. I'm not saying to do that. I'm just telling you that's what I did. And if you'd have seen the version of me back then that had those breakthroughs, I promise you, your little heart would be so full of hope it would bust. But that's the first level, is performance. Now that we know what you got in you, let's live excellence. Let's not fall back and live anything less than excellence. You know, because it's not just me, it's not just you, it's example, it's the whole shoot match. Once you see that you can perform at that level, why would you do anything less than excellence? That's no way to live. That's no way to live. So with the new levels, performance is going to be demanded. You're given a new level of compensation and responsibility. So performance, now we know what you can do. We need you to honor your gifts with excellence. That's what we're asking. Once we know what you can do, we need you to honor your gifts with excellence. And I don't want to get into, well, what if I hit a level and then I check out? Hey, might need to be a tough conversation we need to have at some point, but I don't want to go there. Let's go perform with excellence. Go bust through the new high levels, and then hire like crazy as you're doing it, and create volume, create volume, create volume. You don't understand, like, this year could be the year that you change your family's financial situation forever. This year, with what we just put in place, the lids are off. Let's go. But once you hit a level of performance, no different than I hold myself responsible to making sure I hit vice president, making sure I qualify vice president. Have I hit it every single month? No, I'll have a month where I might hit national manager. I'll have a month where I might hit EVP, but we'll stay qualified vice president until we go board member, until we go CC, the top one, $75,000 legs wide. That's where I can't remember the name. I just know it's the top. I just know what it looks like. President's Council or something. But that's $75,000 legs wide. That's where I'm going. And when I hit that, I'm not going to then come back and perform at a vice president level. I'm not going to come back and perform at an agency manager level. That would be disrespectful. I'm not going to do that. So Soto's the same way. He's holding himself to the same standards. So performance will be expected moving forward. What do you do with the money you're making? Invest in growth. There's a myth. People say, I'll get my personal production up. Thank you, Brandon. CCM. I knew it was something like that deal. Actually, Brandon, I should have just asked you to text me, because I know you have your eyes on that. I love you, dude. Invest in growth. There's a myth. People say, I'll go perform at a high level, get a high contract, then I'll come back and do less personal production so I can do more time with recruiting. It don't work like that. So keep your personal production high, invest in tools, buy more ads than you could possibly ever answer all of them to. Invest in leads for new agents. You go get these new high contracts, and then take that money and invest in leads and agents. Holly asked me this morning, she's like, Stephen, what is all these thousands of dollars in leads this week for you? Are you like going in the field to write 1,000 appointments? I'm like, no, those are all new with, and I'm investing like crazy in, because I'm all in. So all I'm doing is asking you to do the same. Take the higher contract. Absolutely. Take that money, invest in staff, invest in health, invest in systems, invest in tools, invest to grow. Go AM, go DM, go RM, go VP, go EVP, go junior board member, go senior board member, go executive board member, go. Use the cash flow from high levels of personal production to do it. It doesn't work the other way. It's a myth. People have been trying to chase that for years. Like, I'm gonna dial it back and focus on recruiting now that I got it. It don't work. And it's not just the money. It's example. And it's confidence. Notice my confidence has gone crazy up on investing in new people, because I'm doing it. I'm not afraid to say, hey, you need to buy a guy $300 for a lead. Well, I can't do that. Go write $20,000. Go write $40,000. You can do it. Does that make sense? Don't focus on what you can't do. Focus on what you can do. But the high levels of personal production, stay there. Stay there so you got money to invest. Stay there so you got confidence and swagger. Because I'm telling you, you talk to enough of these insurance agents out here, dadgummit if they won't convince you that it doesn't work. You need to keep that high level of personal production so you got the swagger and the confidence to lead, and not lead passively, but lead aggressively, lead offensively. All right, quality of business too. It's one of those things, you can always tell the quality of a person by what they think when an opportunity is presented. A leader goes, that's an opportunity for me to do excellence. A non-leader goes, well, if I ramrod this policy in or ramrod that policy in, I could maybe qualify, and then I'll hold my production till the following month. And just do quality business. Just go out and kill it. You call it karma, you call it whatever you want. You can call it sowing and reaping. Don't do that other stuff. That's not leadership. That's not excellence. All right. So I said 3 things. There's 2 things. So example, visual, vocal, and help the team. That all falls under example. You go up to a high level of recognition. Now you're a leader. Once you become a leader, you lose the right to be average and ordinary. Once you become a leader, you lose the right to be average and ordinary. I wished God that they would make people sign something like that before they're allowed to engage in any potentially procreative activities, because you have too many parents out here, too many parents that screw up a whole generation of their kids because they're lazy and they're self-serving and they don't want to do anything tough. Hey, once you become a leader, you lose the right to be average and ordinary. Soto can't be average and ordinary. I can't be average and ordinary. Well, you move up on these SuperPAC levels. Now you are a leader. You're going to be an example. We're going to point to you as a gold level producer, diamond level producer. We're going to point to you. So we need the example that comes with that contract. Example is 3 things. Visual. I need you communicating. I need you being vocal and positive on band. Communicating, congratulating people, welcoming people, posting your numbers. Yeah, your numbers. It matters. It matters. You're on a high, you move up to a high level. We need your example. We need you to be visual. And you know this, you know these things. Leadership is visual, leadership is vocal. So vocal part, same thing. We need you leading vocally, pointing to principles, pointing to the core values, leading, and then helping the team. How do you help the team? Continue to show up and do your job. That's what I'm going to do. That's what Soto's going to do. In fact, me and Soto have been talking crazy since all this stuff came out. And we are committed not just to doing our job, but we're going to do our job and a few other jobs. And you say, you don't believe in some people that are in this bonus pool? I don't believe in them like I believe in me and Soto. I don't believe in them like I believe in my team. So I'm going to have to do my job and then some. I can't just say, well, I'll grow my 25%. Everybody else do their job. Nope. I'm going to do my job and I'm going to do other people's jobs. And the onus is on those of us with big bass shops. Having the number 1 bass shop in the country, that means, you know, it's a lot harder to go quadruple with that many moving pieces than it is to get a little tiny bass shop of 5 people to double or quadruple. But we're going to do it. I'm going to do my job and then some. That's all I'm asking of you. I'm not going to ask you to do anything that I'm not willing to do myself. Guys, I just wanted to have this straightforward leadership talk with you because I love you. Because I want you to get the most out of it. The last time we did the producer levels and people went and grabbed high contracts and then just camped out, they weren't happy. It wasn't a real victory. Without excellence, there can't be happiness and fulfillment. And that's why I want to just have this straight up leadership talk with you. I don't want to be one of those guys that's like, well, you need to keep on, I'm just saying what I'm looking for is leadership and excellence. Andy has placed a huge bet on you and me. And as for me, I'm going to do my job and then some to prove him right. Guys, Holly and I love you. Let's go out, hammer down. I'm in Burlington the rest of the week, so getting a hold of me might be a little sketchy, but I will get back with you at some point, I promise you. All right, love you. Hammer down.